All right, welcome to the episode of Fake Football Analysts. I'm your host, the most Aaron Cash. We got Hollywood Ray here. Gonna switch it up just a wee bit. We're gonna do some Week 16 picks. But before that, we do that, Hollywood Ray, how you feeling?
Man, I feel like I'm hanging on by a thread. Not
Oh
because
boy.
of this, but just what I do outside of this. With me being an educator, we're done on Friday, and it's just like any week before vacation. So in Massachusetts, we have obviously the winter break, we have a February break, and then we have an April one. And anytime it gets before vacation, like it's always chaotic. Um, Kids and adults are doing the most, so it's not just the children. Um, and it's just like you're just trying to figure out what's next. Just like these teams in the NFL are trying to figure out what's next in Week 16. So, let's get into it.
That's right. Let's pull up those teams. We got Week 16 picks.
Start off right away Thursday night. We got a pair of 11. This might be the game of the week, honestly, or one of the games of the week. But LA goes into Seattle. Both teams are 11-3. This big, not just playoff implications, but division implications as well. So, who do you have here?
That's a tough one. I like Matt Stafford's encouragement. So I may have to go with the Rams on this one. Like, I don't know what's going on with Kenneth Walker in Seattle. I feel like that run game needs to get a little bit better. Charbonnet is really stepping up, but Kenneth Walker is like a shell or a ghost of himself. And I just feel like the Rams, with the defense they have, Matt Stafford's encouragement, they have their two running backs in Kyron Williams and Blake Corum finally stepping up. It might be a Rams day.
Yeah. See what you did there with the ghost thing with Kenneth Walker. It would be close because, like I said, Thursday night is always like, always not an anomaly, but it's always where stuff happens. So, but I do think that LA is slightly better. Even though I know Seattle's at home, I expect Jason to have another big game. It's proof that it just wasn't him playing with Russ or obviously him playing with Gino. It hasn't mattered who he's played with. Ohio State and LSU have become wide receiver U right now in this era, anyways. You can maybe even say Ole Miss to an extent because they have two that are really killing it with AJ Brown and DK. So but they've done great. As of late. So, but yeah, no, LA should come out on top in this one, in my opinion. It'll be close, but they'll come out on top. Next we have Philadelphia going into Washington. So this is a couple of Saturday games. You know what? Give me the upset.
I agree.
Give me the upset. I just don't think this is Philly's time. I just like how Kansas City has fallen off, and we'll get into that later on. I don't think it's Philadelphia's time right now. Sometimes you have an off year after winning. We both know that as teams have seen our teams win the Super Bowl. Sometimes you just don't have it the next year. Everyone's gunning for you, and health is not where it needs to be. So I'm going with Washington to play spoiler here.
Yeah, I'll definitely agree with that. The Flying Hawaiian Marcus Mariota, I think might get it done on this one. It's just Jalen Hurts. I mean, is he going to have a 5 turnover game? Is he going to have a 3 touchdown, 1 interception, but rushing for 2 touchdowns? Is Saquon going to have a good game? Because I think Saquon only has like 2 games of 100 yards rushing this season. So it's like, is he going to be on? Like, is AJ Brown going to get more than 3 catches? So it's just like, it's so
crazy,
inconsistent.
He's still a shade under 1,000 yards.
Yeah.
Double Saquon, yeah. So, he's probably going to get that. There's still a path that he gets to around 1,200 yards, which is still a very good season for a running back. It just looks crazy when you had 2,000 the year before. But we saw this with Chris Johnson. I was just watching his highlights last week. He's in the Hall of Very Good. He's not a Hall of Famer, but he had a really good run. He had a really good run.
I
In the
I
league.
felt like his Cardinals days was a little bit better than his Jets days. Like he really elevated that
Oh yeah,
Cardinals
yeah, yeah, yeah.
franchise
I
with
mean,
him.
yeah, the Jets weren't a team, but he had another decent season that I think solidified his his um his career in Arizona when they went to the NFC Championship game. So,
Fun
um,
fact: his son was a Miami recruit. He was
mhm,
only there for a season. He's actually at SMU right now. It's not too
mhm.
bad. He's not like his dad, but he's not bad.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah, but yeah, he was a special talent for sure. Um, but yeah, so we got Washington there next. Um, same thing on Saturday night. We got Packers Bears. Um,
Man, I have
that
to
was
go
tough to
Bears
see.
on this one.
Yeah, that was tough to see. What happened to Micah Parsons? Um, 12.5 sacks on a year. Clearly lived up to the hype, right? Make sure you live up to our hype. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow us on Fake Football Analysts on YouTube. But yeah, that was tough. That was tough to see. He'd had such a good year, and for him to be done for the year, puts a damper on what they were looking to do in the postseason. But hey, 10, it's on you. It's on you. Once again, you're the one that got the contract. Um, I understand that it's not maybe a Sterling Sharp or a Robert Brooks or a Bubba Franks,
Jermichael Finley.
Jermichael Finley, right, a Javon Walker. I understand those guys are not coming through the door. I get it. I do. I really do. Or Antonio Freeman. Won't forget him. I get it.
Devontae plays in LA, so he's not
Yeah,
that
exactly.
bad.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, Devontae Adams is in LA killing it still. Um, I get it, but you still got guys there. They're still building it around you. Figure it out. Got to figure it out, bro. But I'm with you. I think Chicago gets it done. They almost got him up in Lambeau, but I think they get him done this time for sure.
Mm.
Um, now so we got Buccaneers Panthers. So now to Sunday games. We got Buccaneers Panthers. It's kind of crazy how this happened because Tampa Bay was 6-2 at one point, and now both teams standing 7-7. So who do you have there?
I want to lean towards the Bucks because Mike Evans did come back,
Mhm.
and they still have Igbuka. Chris Godwin's doing okay. They have the pieces, but I don't know, man. I might say keep pounding on this one. I think now that they're first in the division, I mean Bryce Young will always be Bryce Young. You can have a semi-par game or have like a medium type game. He's never going to be like 352 yards, 5 touchdowns, no picks. But I just think with what this Panthers team is doing, with what they have, the fact that they're a division leader is crazy. I think they're going to keep the momentum going.
Yeah. Dave Canellis might be the first reverse clean your desk because said that early on. It was like get him out of here, and
For real.
he said Aaron, not so fast. He said I got a division to go in.
If
You know what
Canales
I'm
is
saying?
watching this, that means everyone else should be watching this because Dave Canales turned it
Yeah.
around after watching us.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, I'm riding with Carolina. Like I said, I listen. People know that I've been supportive of Baker Mayfield since he got to Tampa. I think that he's done awesome. When you replace a guy like Tom, even though it wasn't directly after, but it was still a year after Tom had left. That's hard, and they've been into the playoffs. They've made deep runs. So I commend him for what he's done in Tampa. But I think health wise, I'm not sure that they're where they need to be effective. It was great to see Mike Evans come back. It sucks that his 1,000-yard receiving seasons is going to come to an end. That streak has been one of the best ones to watch in the NFL year in and year out since he's been there. Because there's no question that he's the guy from his class. I know people talk about Devontae and some others, but like Mike Evans is the guy. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer. Like he's the man. So it didn't matter who was back there. Like he's done what he had to do. But they don't get it done on Sunday. I'm a rock with Carolina. This next one should be a 1, 2, 3. Buffalo going into now. I would love for Cleveland to get it done after what happened, obviously, on Sunday. And I'll share my thoughts on that briefly later on. But this is a 1-2-3. But Buffalo, it's not like you cannot lose this game after what you came into New England and did. You can't. You cannot lose this game. You can't. So I'm gonna say that it's a 1-2-3, but Buffalo gets it done. There's no way that they fold like that. And if they do, then it's just like, what are we doing? You come back. You had a phenomenal performance in Foxborough. Phenomenal second half. You got the job done. You held off the division for another week at least. You can't lose to Buffalo. I mean, can't lose to Cleveland. Come on.
It feels like a TI trap music, like a trap game, but I mean, I might have to circle the wagon. We might have to do 1-2-3.
Yeah, that's one. Yeah. Next we got the Chargers going into Dallas.
I mean, Dallas needs, in order to get to the playoffs for them, they need to win out. And Chargers are looking pretty good. I was really surprised because their offensive line really isn't that great this year. They lost a lot of key pieces, especially with tackles. But the fact that they're, I believe, 10-4 and they beat the Chiefs to keep them out of the playoffs, I might have to bolt up.
Yeah. They usually, once again, historically, they play well in December.
It's true.
Live anyways. And I think it's no different come Sunday. So let's go with the Chargers there. Jets Saints here.
Oh boy, that's a tough one.
We're gonna go with the Saints. I just think they have a little bit more talent.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
Yeah, so they've done enough to win a few games there, which I'm like 4 games is probably a far cry for what fans thought they were going to do, especially with how it started. But here we are. Next 1 o'clock, Minnesota coming to MetLife with the G-Men.
Give me Minnesota. I want that first overall pick so we can trade down for some sucker team to give us everything.
Yeah. Are you putting your faith in JJ McCarthy right now? Because you shouldn't.
Unfortunately, I have to. I don't really want to, but I have to.
He might go like 14-24 for 123 yards.
I
maybe
know.
Like it's and what's it? You have the best receiver in the game when he's right.
Now, I'm glad you said that. Like, is this the worst quarterback that Justin Jefferson has had so far on the Vikings?
Has to be.
And this is a first round pick too. It makes it even worse.
Right. If I'm him though and his agent, and I know he just got his deal, I'm saying, hey, get me out of here. Like I'm gonna joke about I'm missing the point tonight about Elliot will get on the phone. I know that's not gonna happen, but like some teams just say, hey, it's time. I don't know. I mean, granted, 31 other teams should want him because he's better than most guys you have on your team.
Oh, every team wants him. It's just who has the most to get him is the question.
So ironically, well, I don't know about having enough, but ironically, the team that would need him the most is actually in my division. It is Buffalo.
They might not have it a lot to offer.
No, they don't have a lot, but I'm saying like just when I think about that, like if there's a team that needs that guy at that position, because what they have is not it.
I would say Cincinnati because you can somehow put T. Higgins in that package and whatever you can get and have the Go Tigers on the same team.
Oof, that
could be done.
Watch out. I'll put this bold prediction. If Mike Tomlin goes to Buffalo, Justin Jefferson would be a Buffalo Bill. So we talked about the Buffalo Bill thing. I'm missing the point, but I'm going to take a step further. If Mike Tomlin is in Buffalo next season, Justin Jefferson would be a Buffalo Bill.
Wow.
So
that is quite interesting. That's almost like a sizzling take right there.
Yeah. No, that's just something I thought I said. I could see that happening. And for
Jeez.
those that newbie, I mean, this is a different sport, but I wrote it on Facebook. I remember in back to back years actually, 2016 and 2017. I talked about the Red Sox are going to get Chris Sale if they can get him. They did. The summer that we lost to Cleveland, meaning the Celtics, I said if Kyrie Irving is upset and doesn't want to be in Cleveland, he's 3 years younger than IT. Go do it. So it's like you're tripping. And on August 22nd, 2017, Kyrie Irving was traded here to Boston. So just like I said, I'm not reading. I don't know any tea leaves. I'm giving my analyst take. But usually when we have feelings or stuff like this on the show, most times it comes to pass. It may not be in the moment, so don't be surprised if he's there in Buffalo next year. So
yeah,
if that happens, obviously that's a caveat. But if that happens, so we'll see. But next, we got the Chiefs versus Titans. Give me Tennessee, baby. Give me Tennessee.
Give me Tennessee.
Honestly,
they have nothing to play for. I'm talking about the Chiefs. They have nothing to play for. They're just gonna go out there, get their paycheck, and go home.
I hate that it was an empty. Like I want to see him throw a pick to be at the playoffs, not him tear his ACL. I didn't want to see it.
Listen, the Chiefs script is to copy the Patriots. We talked about last week. Check out that episode. Yeah. That they're literally turning into the Patriots of the 2000s. Same year, 9th season, tore ACL. Brady, Mahomes. They have 3 Super Bowls. They already lost.
Did they go 10 years without getting back to the Super Bowl? Could that be crazy? Every chance he'd be at 40.
Anything's possible.
That's I don't know. I just think that I mean I hope that number 10 up here got something to do with it, and that he wins a couple in between that time. But yeah, there's a few guys that that could maybe win one, whether it's Burrow, whether it's
I think Burrow's window's closed, and unless he gets away from the Bengals. In all honesty.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, well, they don't have the talent there, but I would love to see him. Say we got the Vegas.
Ugh.
But I'm like,
I don't know.
Geno Smith is not the answer. Yes, he has a great tight end and Brock Bowers. But people will come play with Joe Burrow. It's not like, what I'm saying? It's not like they come play with him. But that's
I mean, we all thought people were going to play for Antonio Pierce and didn't exactly.
No, but he didn't have a Joe Burrow quarterback. But we also agreed that Antonio Pierce should have been fired. So that's not.
I did drink the Kool-Aid, though. I will admit that.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
At least decent.
Yeah, but he shouldn't have got fired. Not that early, anyways. But it is what it is. But yeah, give me Tennessee sign-ups. By the way, them end zone boys on Instagram that be yelling on the Titan sideline, hilarious. Best thing that they do all year is they yell at the players. They talk crazy to the players. Talk about you trash head. It's so good.
Crazy.
It's awesome. It's awesome. Speaking of the Dolphins, or the Bengals, I should say, they go into let's say MetLife. They go into Hard Rock. Or whatever. There's probably something new now. They change the name every 2 seasons. But it's Hard Rock Stadium. I'm still gonna go with Cincinnati.
You have to. Quinn Ewers is starting now for the Dolphins. Tua is now the 3rd quarterback on the depth chart, with Zach Wilson as the number 2. So I expect Quinn Ewers to get his welcome to the NFL moment, and it's not going to do too well.
Right. I totally agree. Battle of the Birds here. Falcons going into Arizona.
This is actually also to battle of who keeps their job. I mean, I thought Raheem Morris was going to really turn the Falcons around, but with Zach Robinson as their coordinator, I don't know what's going on over there, but I might have to go with the Falcons on this one. Just because of one player, Bijan Robinson.
I mean, Kyle Pitts finally has done what I've been asking.
For almost 4 years,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, he had a good rookie year. It was just, after that, he fell off. But that's really who, I mean, I know we just talked about Justin Jefferson, but that's really who I want up here. Like, people know I'm a Gators fan. Like, my boy Ricky says, he's the drug that you won't let go. I said, fine, let's call it what you want. I want Kyle Pitts in a picture uniform. Like, he was like, it's irrational love. I said, no, it's not. I'm like, you see, when I'm telling you, I said, you give him a guy that can get the ball to him. We've seen how Drake May throws it. We see that he loves Hunter Henry, and Kyle Pitts is way more athletic than Hunter Henry could ever dream of. What do you think?
Absolutely.
What do you think he'd do with Drake May? Are you kidding me? He'd be a Pro Bowler right away. So, if healthy, so it's just like that. I'm all in. I'm all in. Like, he's a free agent. So Elliot Wolf, go. Once again, at least give the call. People are gonna pick where they want to go to. That's fine. It's a different culture shock coming from Gainesville to Atlanta to Foxborough. Trust me, big difference. I know because I was down in Florida. I've been to Atlanta. I get it. Big difference. But you want to have a chance to win. Or you worry about the lemon pepper wings.
Yeah.
Once again, if it's just lemon pepper wings in the strip clubs, I get it. Stay down there. But you want to have a chance to win. You want to be. You want to redeem the fans up here. What we think about Florida tight ends, because the last one, yeah, it like I said, he was a dog, but unfortunately he did some stuff that he had no business doing. So come up here and be what the other Florida tight end was supposed to be, and dominate, because he's that type of player. He's that type of player, and I want him here in New England real bad. I think that he would do awesome here. But yeah, give me Atlanta. This game may be better than I don't think we would have thought these teams would have been this good this late in the year. Jackson is 4:00 slate now. Jacksonville goes into Denver.
Wow.
Give me Jacksonville. Give me Jacksonville.
We're definitely on an agreeing basis tonight. Yeah, I think Jacksonville too.
Yeah, give me Jacksonville. Which means that everything we're picking is going to be the opposite. But
absolutely,
absolutely. Everything that we're picking tonight, right? Excuse me. I know you're going to be like, wow, back-to-back weeks you're giving objective takes. Jacoby Myers has been excellent down there. Once again, I can't. Once again, I gave the credit to Miami last week. I know they lost to Pittsburgh, so thank you, Pittsburgh, for getting that done. Jacoby Myers has been awesome in Jacksonville. He's become the de facto number one, even with Brian Thomas there. He's been a safety blanket for Trevor Lawrence. And once again, at his peak, that's what he is. He had a real boneheaded play. I still get mad about. But at his height, the height of his powers, he is someone that is going to get you 570. Or if he has a really great game, it'd be like 9 for 120. Like,
absolutely,
he's a souped up Troy Brown. For those from my era, he's a bigger, stronger Troy Brown. So, which is a Pro Bowl guy, a winner. So, not a bad comparison to have there. But yeah, give me Jacksonville going into the rematch of the 1996 divisional game. Where Mark Brunell and those guys did some damage out there at the time. Shout out to your guy Tom Coughlin. Next we got the battle of the 8 and 6 teams. It's the Charlie Batch Bowl.
Oh boy.
It's the Charlie Batch Bowl for those that remember him. I hate to say it, but give me Pittsburgh. Give me Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I might have to go with Pittsburgh too.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on tonight. I don't know, because I had the nap. Well, I don't know.
I
don't know.
Full moon, so
yeah. Give me Pittsburgh. This next one is a 1, 2, 3, especially with how they're playing right now. Vegas goes into Houston. It's a 1-2-3.
Yeah.
Give me Houston. Sunday night game. My New England Patriots going to enemy territory down in Baltimore.
Ooh, I may have to pick Baltimore on this one.
And I want you to, because I want you to pick Baltimore. I need everyone else to pick Baltimore too. That's great.
Ah, dang! I should have.
I love that. No. After what happened last week, it's totally fine, right? Last week was a joke. Last week, I don't want to hear nothing about no damn moral victory. I don't want to hear nothing about anything that came out of it positive. Don't like don't play with me. Don't as my students would say, don't piss me off. 21 nothing. Not 10-0, not 3-0. 21. 21. Can you do something for me? Apparently not. 21 couldn't do nothing for them. Didn't do a thing. Mike Vrabel, you was out coach for the first time this season. Josh McDaniels, you continue to be cute. You turned to Jet Sweep Josh on Sunday.
Woo! Jet Sweep Josh has returned. Welcome home.
You turn to that guy on Sunday. Zach is it Zach Kuhn? I forget who took over for Rob Williams. You played scared. You played cold, very scared on Sunday. I would not sit here blaming the refs. You was up 3 scores. Were some calls not favorable? Absolutely. I'm not going to sit here and say otherwise. You had it. It was a t-shirt and hat game. You had it, and in the words of Dennis Green, you let him off the hook. You had him. You had him there. There was everything you thought you would. You played. You were the better team. You are the better team, and you chose to let them off the hook. You chose. So I am hoping that it reunites them, and that you come in and do what Brady wasn't always able to do in this time, because it wasn't great in Baltimore. Baltimore, New York for you, and then Denver was 3 teams that it was always shaky. Now we came into Baltimore and won, so I don't act like it didn't happen, but it was hard. Now this is not the Ray Lewis, Ed Reed, Terrell Suggs, Haloti Ngata, Chris McCallum. Chris McCallum was a little bit older than that, but wasn't this iteration of that, right? They're not that team. But you're undefeated in the road for a reason. You come into their house, you kick your feet up, and you wish them happy holidays.
We'll find out.
We'll find out on Sunday night. But I think we come out on top. Once again, it's going to be a dogfight again, because it should be. But I'm going with the boys again. And they remind us who's going to become the new kings of the AFC. So I might, like I said, doesn't change me being pissed about last week, but I'm still gonna rock with them. So now, old man Rivers, we ended on Monday night.
Oh God.
San Francisco goes into Indianapolis.
I will go Indy just to be a spoiler.
Yep.
I mean, old man Rivers, I don't know what's going to happen to him, but I think just Indy in general, they basically could have beaten Seattle last week, and that Philip Rivers interception kind of cost them. But I think just with Jonathan Taylor, you have Michael Pittman, Josh Downs, Alec Pierce, like you have a really good offense, and I think it can beat this Niners defense because. Again, they have a lot of injuries. A lot of fluid. Like Robert Saleh, good D coordinator, but they have a lot of injuries on the whole defense in general.
Did because we didn't talk about this last week, I don't think, but because I think the video came out after we taped.
Probably did.
did Cam have a leg to stand on with his feelings? Did he deserve the right to be hurt, or do you think he was being dramatic?
To me, I feel like it was clickbait, dramatic. Like we've talked about before. 2020 Cam, before he had COVID, was doing really well, and I think after that, it just kind of went downhill. You saw him back with Carolina,
right?
When he got re-signed, he had that one good game just because of the touchdown. And he said, "I'm back."
I'm back.
Yeah, like that's it though. Like other than that,
Oh my gosh.
I don't think Cam Newton should have had a shot. I don't think he's in football. I mean, Phil Rivers isn't either.
Mhm.
But I don't think both of them should be on a field.
Right. Correct. Yeah. Philip Rivers looked better than I thought he would, though. I'm not gonna lie to you. It shows that he clearly was still in shape. Can still move in the pocket. I think he'll be better this week than he was, last week. Because that line for Brady was crazy too. He was like, give me a month, I'd be ready. I'm like, which I don't, I believe him
No,
because of
sir,
how he was still
no,
works
I
out.
don't believe him.
A month may be a little too ambitious, but if you just say going to next year, like, look, I want you to give me, I think he could play preseason for a team. I think he could do that. But like playing real games is going to be 49 next year. It's like that's a lot, bro. Like you're John Cena right now, bro. Like, you can't can't do it. In that regard. But yeah, give me Indianapolis too. I'm with you on that one. So let's get into final words.
All right. So final thoughts. So anyone, man or woman, doesn't matter. If you've been a fan of Stuart Scott and you watch the documentary, you will definitely cry. I
Yeah.
cried a little bit near the end, and it was very emotional. Loved that what ESPN did for it, though.
Yeah.
I feel like they put a lot of good stuff in there. They could have put a little bit more. That's okay, but that Stuart Scott, booyah! If you're ready to cry, you definitely will.
Yeah. I still need to have a chance to sit down and look at it because I didn't get a chance to. But
It,
I've heard everything that you said is what people have been saying has been awesome. It's been great. So
it gets in your feels.
yeah, no,
Hardcore.
I expected that. Which is why I think guys like Neil Everett, Stan Verrett, obviously Scott Van Pelt, like those guys are feeling it the most.
Well, I feel like Rich Eisen would feel it the most as well. He kind of did too. When he was talking about it, and when they showed the day that he said that Stuart Scott passed,
Yeah,
you can see the raw emotion.
right, correct, and yeah, so that's awesome. But no, my final words is like just to keep listening to us. Like I said, this maybe like I think our second to last show for 2025. But this is on a personal note because I didn't realize this until I had found it on Facebook. But someone I worked at on TD Garden, just gonna call him Jay. I'm not gonna say his full name because don't know who knows who, but found out that Jay passed away this summer and had no idea. And he was a supporter of what we did. He always encouraged us to keep going. So Jay, I thank you, man. I wish I could have said it to your face one more time. But I thank you for listening to us. I thank you for being a beacon of light, not just at TD, but to anyone that you met, man. And it hurt my heart to know that you were no longer with us. But I know that you're looking down on us. So, but as always, Black Lives Matter, not just when it's convenient for you.
Yeah, absolutely. And on that note, we will see you guys next week. Hopefully, if not, we'll just put up some shorts and go from there. But he's Hollywood Ray. I'm Aaron Cass. This has been Fake Football Analysts, and we'll see when we see you. Peace.